Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Kortensia.
It's Monday.
Lovely Monday.
All right.
Marvelous Monday.
Well, let's hope the weather is indicative of a great start to the week.
Yes.
It's going to be partly sunny and slightly hazy, with a 20% or slight chance of showers. The high would be 86 today and the low of 73 degrees Fahrenheit. So all in all, a very good day.
Yeah. Minus the haze.
Just a manic Monday for you. How was your weekend?
It was good. Quite good. Quite good.
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed the Santo Domingan games that were
Oh, you
posted
went?
yesterday. No, I watched it from over the fence. Yes, it was a good weekend. What about yours?
Oh, man, mine was good. I spent the time doing some work as usual. So, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And I'm here to work again today.
Okay.
Not
good
manic
stuff.
Monday, right? Hopefully not
But
for
a
you guys.
marvelous one.
I love it. We're going to trade the manic for marvelous. Awesome.
And now for the latest in local news. This from SKNIS. The return of the St. Kitts Music Festival this summer is part of a strategy by the Ministry of Tourism of St. Kitts Tourism Authority to maximize capacity on incoming aircraft and boost stayover visitors. Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Lindsay Grant, summed up the goal of the strategy as, and I quote, getting heads in our beds, as the promotional activity seeks to capitalize on the pent-up demand for travel by persons living in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. At a press conference on February the 23rd, 2022 at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort, Minister Grant said that every effort is being made to create a welcoming and secured environment when the event is held in June 2022. Minister Lindsay Grant said, and I quote, I am pleased to announce that the Ministry of Tourism and the St. Kitts Music Festival Committee, the National COVID-19 Task Force, and the Ministry of Health are working together for a safe hosting of the St. Kitts Music Festival for the period of June 23rd to 25th, end quote. So it's back.
You were back, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Biggest party of the summer.
All right, heads in our beds. I love that. Something to remember. All right, moving on to story number 2. The St. Kitts Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce welcomes new president. And this from Win Media. Mr. Michael Davis is the new president of the St. Kitts and Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce, the SKN-CIC, succeeding Mrs. Giselle Matthews, who served a 2-year term from 2020 to 2022 as president during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. The new president took his post at the annual general meeting for the SKN-CIC held on Thursday, February 24th, 2022, with a new board of 12 individuals within the business community. Mrs. Matthews served her tenure during a trying time for local businesses during the pandemic, which affected the local spending and the spending from tourism as that sector suffered significant setbacks. Outgoing President Mrs. Matthews explained some of the Chamber's efforts in helping the economy adjust during her tenure as president. Mr. Davis hopes to continue the work the Chamber has been doing to better secure the future of local businesses with some emphasis on Nevis. He said, quote, "The hope is that we continue to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and all things being equal, that we continue to see some improvement in the economic environment. And much of what we are doing as a chamber is to see how best we can provide the level of service to our members to assist in their respective growth," end quote. We're continuing the progress, aren't we?
We are, indeed.
All right, congratulations to Mr. Davis.
Congrats, Mr. Davis. And we continue with story number 3. U.S.-based Dr. Lornette Mills Charitable Foundation keeps giving to Nevis students. This from the Nevis Island Administration press release. The Ministry of Education on Nevis was presented with a check for $43,200 from the Dr. Lornette Mills Charitable Foundation, a donation that sponsors 48 students in the school meals program. Ms. Zenelia Claxton, Principal Education Officer in the Department of Education, responding to the donation from the foundation through its representative, Mr. Carlisle Powell, expressed gratitude for the gift. At the handing over ceremony at the Jessup's Community Center on February 24, 2022, Ms. Claxton said, and I quote, "On behalf of the Ministry and Department of Education, I want to extend our profound thanks to the Dr. Lornette Mills Charitable Foundation and, of course, the representative here today, Mr. Carlisle Powell. I want to reiterate that this foundation and this program has been sponsoring 48 students this school year from 9 schools, and the sponsorship amount is in the total of $43,200. And I think that this is no small feat. This is an excellent contribution, and we want to extend our heartfelt thanks to the foundation and specifically Dr. Lornette Mills," end quote. Nevis really nice. Not getting nice.
That is, you need to get another tagline.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely. That is quite an investment, isn't it?
Indeed.
And so many students as well.
Yeah.
Awesome endeavor.
Into the next generation.
Into the next generation.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, that brings us to the end of the latest in local news. We will continue in a moment, so don't go anywhere.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart, and always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
You are watching Good Morning SKN on Studio 327. We now move on to the latest in regional news. Fixed roaming charges to be implemented within CARICOM, this from WinFM. On Wednesday, February 23rd, telecommunications companies, Digicel, and Cable and Wireless, or Flow, and Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell, responsible for telecommunications in the Caribbean community, CARICOM, signed the Declaration of St. George's towards the reduction of intra-CARICOM roaming charges. Dr. Mitchell, in his remarks, said we could not address the region's future without understanding that digital space is changing our economies and how important ease in accessing the digital space is needed. Quote, the still unfolding global pandemic continues to strike at the heart of our economic sectors and has brought the issue of technology clearly at the forefront. Both the public and private sectors were placed under enormous pressure to accelerate online service delivery as the movement of people was restricted to curb the spread of COVID-19. Internet access, whether through fixed or mobile access, proved to be absolutely essential in all walks of life. End quote. So, fixed roaming charges in CARICOM.
So that means we won't have the high bills or we won't lose everything by the time we just send one message.
You got it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's very good. We continue now with the international news. Waving Ukrainian flags, stop the war, protesters rally around the world. This from Reuters. In a sea of blue and yellow flags and banners, protesters around the world showed their support for the people of Ukraine on Saturday and called on governments to do more to help Kyiv punish Russia and avoid a broader conflict. Several hundred people marched through heavy rain in Sydney chanting, and I quote, Ukraine will prevail, end quote, while protesters in Tokyo called for Russia to be expelled from the United Nations Security Council. Thousands of people also took to the streets in Europe, with protesters including many Ukrainians living abroad in London, Nicosia, Berlin, Athens, Helsinki, Madrid, and Milan, draping themselves in flags and holding Stop the War placards. You look at the people gathered here and everybody is scared. We had peace for 80 years and all of a sudden war is back, said Stefan Pichel among a crowd of some 2,500 in Munich's Karlsplatz Square. A rally that organizers estimated to number 20,000 people was held in the Swiss capital of Bern. The Ukrainian flag flew over the seat of the city council. So stop the war, please.
The world is speaking.
Mr. Putin, stop the war. Peace.
The world is speaking.
It is indeed.
A story that we'll have to follow in the upcoming weeks.
Yep.
That being said,
Well, there you have it. That is the latest for today, and we will see you on the other side of these commercials.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16 and your daughter at 13. So girl a look me, but me no in that. Big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Has anyone ever touched you here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer said, "Compassion for animals is intimately connected with the goodness of character, and it can be confidently asserted that he who is cruel to animals cannot be a good man." End quote. A pet is a companion animal that is primarily kept by human beings as a source of companionship. Working animals and those kept for livestock can also be considered pets. Pets can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, ease loneliness, encourage exercise and playfulness, and even improve one's cardiovascular health. Therefore, properly caring for one's pets is imperative. Today, we are joined by Julia Carter, the owner of Feed and Farm, which offers a range of products that provides you with all your farming and feeding needs for domestic animals here in St. Kitts. Welcome to Good Morning SKN, Julia.
Thank you so very much for having me.
It's such an honor to have you indeed. We understand that Feed and Farm had its grand opening in 2021. How long before that launch did you have this business idea?
I've been working on it for about 5 years, trying to just get together thought processes, where to put it, investments, things like that, money to put it together. It finally came about in March of 2020. We started working on the business license. COVID then hit and kind of shut everything down, delayed it until August 4th of 2021 when we finally opened and got our business location here at Sugars Complex in Needsbus.
Oh, that's incredible.
Lovely. So what are your expectations considering that we were already in the pandemic?
That we would start out slow, and that once, people finally started by word of mouth getting to know us and some advertising, Facebook, things like that, that we would then start be able to supply more needs for all of our animals on island. Veterinary needs, dog food, all the neat stuff that for large and small animals that we supply.
Right, so the idea that you had initially, if you could express it in 1 or 2 sentences. I don't want to ask you about a mission, but I want to ask you about your vision.
To supply veterinary and medical needs for all animals on island. I would get asked commonly for milk replacer for young animals that their mother had died. And, calves, sheep, baby puppies, things like that. And with the veterinary university, we have such a large influx into wanting to help our animals on island. And that's kind of where it came from, and just wanting to bring all that stuff for we can help these animals.
It's great. That's so noble, though.
I'm curious. Do you have a background in veterinary studies?
I am a veterinary technician by trade. I've been a manager, farm and ranch manager. So I started out as a horse trainer. I then went back to be a veterinary technician, and have been in the veterinary tech for over 30 years. So I run farm and ranch management, has been my background my whole life.
Oh, okay. So can you tell us what animals does Feed and Farm cater to?
Rabbits, chickens, horses, cattle, sheep, pigs, goats, dogs, cats, you name it. Everything four-legged with tails.
So everything four-legged with tails, nothing that crawl on the ground,
We
right?
don't quite have tortoise stuff yet, but we're looking to expand into tortoise, fish, and, I've been asked for hamster stuff, hamster and gerbil and things like that for the pocket pets out there.
I'm just thinking I left my tail at home this morning, so I can't capitalize on that. What products do you have?
I brought some to show. We carry things like your salt mineral licks for your rabbits. This is a mineral salt and then the regular salt. We have our Dine, which is a really nice vitamin mineral supplement for dogs. We sell a lot of that. Our dog population, our people really like to help build minerals in their dogs and vitamins for their dogs. This is a great product. It's a natural product called Hen Helper. It helps the chickens to produce better eggs and more eggs, and so it's a vitamin mineral supplement for chickens as well. It's also all natural. We have some Chlorhex, Keto Hex shampoo that when you have skin issues and allergies and things like that, if they get a dermatitis, then they can use the Keto Hex shampoo. And of course, for all those animals that are running around in the streets, we have ear tags, just so that we can be able to identify them and know that's number 10 right there. Yep, exactly.
Nice. So we have, this is a dewormer.
Yeah, this is a canine dewormer for dogs. And then we have a blue lotion for such things as open wounds and things like that maybe need to just be covered, have an antiseptic and topical antibiotic type thought process.
Kind of close to what we would use, our purple lotion. I can't remember the name just now.
I have no
purple
clue.
lotion?
I have no clue.
The purple lotion, exactly. Yeah,
it's
the same type of stuff, exactly.
Yeah, close to that.
Girl, you're missing your calling. You could be a veterinary technician as well.
We've noticed that you sell kitten scratchers that are locally sourced and sustainably made right here in the Federation. Tell us about that.
Yes, one of my good friends, he's in construction as well. Him and I kind of got together because I kept getting questions for kitty scratchers. So we put our brains together and we came up with Drifty Kitty Scratchers. And Drifty Kitties, he uses naturally sourced driftwood. He puts them on a nice platform, makes some padded boxes and some padded platforms. And to date, he's sold 12 of them. And he's just banging them out. I just can't keep them in the store. They just go right out as soon as they come in. Because they're so creative and so beautiful in homes. They're not just a kitty scratcher.
Yeah, the normal kitty scratcher we are accustomed to.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I swear you missed your calling. All right. So, question now is, what is the experience like having pets roam around your establishment if they do that? What is that like, working with pets?
I love it when they get to come in. We have a dog that shows up every Saturday. He starts whining the minute that his owner gets close to our store, and he runs up to the door and runs around to where all the dog treats are because he knows he's going to get something, and he's so excited. And he comes in and says hi to me, and then runs to the dog treats and picks himself a dog treat. So that's just the best ever.
He sounds like a little kid in a candy section that just runs in straight there and gets what he wants.
Exactly it. But he's about a 150-pound mastiff.
Oh.
Not quite little.
And he's about 8 months old. So yeah, he's a wonderful boy. His name is Odin.
There you go. You're missing your phone. All right. We're going to take a very brief break, but we'll be back to continue this discussion in a moment. Stay tuned, everyone.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first. If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the Counseling Center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Thank you for staying and anticipating our return. You are watching Good Morning SKN. We are joined by Julia Carter, the owner of Feed and Farm, which is a local business that offers a range of products that promises to meet all of your feeding and farming needs. Your logo is quite intriguing. What is the underlying concept of it?
Just having all the animals that we supply in our logo. Cow, pig, cat, and goat. So it's just, we just want to incorporate everything, and I really like, that it's a circle that it brings them all together with a One Health and kind of with human. Yeah.
You're so great with words.
Humans and animals.
A circle that brings them all together. I love it. I love it. So where did your love of pets begin? Were you always a pet lover?
Oh, absolutely. I was one of those kids that I drug every animal home, and asked my mom if I could keep it. And she'd be like, no, take it back. That was me. I had a cart for my rabbit, had a dog. And so I grew up in a very farming type family. We had turkeys and all the fun stuff like that. So,
Well, this makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense that her love for animals began way back.
Are we going to transition to turkeys in the farm eventually?
Are we going to bring some over?
There you go. I love turkeys. They're great eating. Doesn't mean just because you love them, doesn't. That's where our food supply comes from. So that's just how it goes.
Okay. So in your opinion, what are some of the essential qualities that person should have before considering getting a pet?
So looking at finances being the very number one, right? So that when you get that pet, you can provide the adequate housing for them, the adequate feed, nutrition, and medical supply or medical care for that pet. So for a dog, it would be your topicals, your flea and tick prevention, the heartworm prevention for that, maybe a nice flea collar and or collar leash so you can take that dog out for a daily walk. Your larger animals, having an enclosed area for them, adequate water supply, adequate feed supply for them, and then of course your dewormings that go along. We do have a lot of parasites on this island, so external and internal parasites play a lot into the quality of our animals on this island. Your external parasites, you'll see those dogs and cattle walking around with these big open spots and mange and things like that. And so being able to treat that properly and help with that, we have some mange shampoos and dips and things like that you can put onto your animals and help those with these types of problems. So that's the main concern, just adequate care for them. You are ultimately responsible for that animal.
Yeah.
When you take possession of them.
So not a little thing added to the budget once you get an animal.
Exactly. That is the biggest thing is, to say, I'm going to get this animal and then care for it properly is your responsibility as that human that we oversee these animals and we're responsible for them.
You were so speaking to me because I always said before I get a child, I want to get an animal.
Yeah,
Finances.
right. Exactly.
It's good practice.
Exactly.
So you can get a dolphin. So then you can get a bird
what?
with 2 stones. You can learn to swim and take care of the dolphin.
We're talking about love of animals. She's talking about killing a bird. All right, all right, so we want to know, where are you located? Could you remind our viewers again where you're located and share with us your contact information? You can look right into that camera.
Okay. We are located at the Sugars Complex on Kim Collins Highway at Needsmiths. The phone number is 669-FARM or 3276. And our hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday, 8 to 12. We're closed on Sundays, day of the Sabbath, and every day of rest. And so, we have a lot of fun. I have one other worker with me, and I'm in the store some days, and she holds it down for me on a regular basis. So thank you, Drina.
Incredible. Thank you so much for sharing with us all about this. We talked about finances in terms of pets before. Are there any other qualities that stand out? If I want to get a pet, what else should I have? As a lover of pets yourself.
To think about what type of pet you would like, right? Do you want a dog? Do you want a cat? Do you want a horse? Kind of what your thought process is. They can also be pets. A sheep, right? The sheep and goats can be wonderful pets. And just to kind of match it with your personality. So different types of dogs. Do you want a big dog? Do you want a little dog? And just what would you like to do? Do you want to go running with this dog? Maybe, a little Chihuahua might not be the thing, but a bigger dog that can go running with you alongside and guard your house and things like that. So it just kind of depends upon what you're looking for. How big is your yard? What type of dog do you want? So just kind of taking those things into consideration on what type of pet, get a gerbil, get a hamster if you really don't want anything, not much to take care of, and put them in your pocket and go to work.
Put them in your pocket, exactly. I held one of those when I was much younger. I was staying with a family in upstate New York, and they had a hamster wheel, and I thought it was so interesting. And I came back here, and they were like, you held a hamster, because we weren't so used to that. Yeah. But now we're getting a little more open to it. By the way, you should know that Kortensia's spirit animal is the kangaroo, so perhaps you guys can plan a trip to the outback.
I would love to. Wow. Call me anytime. We'll go to Australia.
Yesterday, we're on to that. Yesterday I saw kangaroo, and his muscles were on and pumping. He was even grabbing the guy outside his little enclosement. Yeah. And the guy was like, oh my God, he's strong. I was like,
you're something else. You're something else.
Yeah.
We're going to ask you if you have openings, because I think that she'd love to work with you. Are you just below us there, Kortensia? Applications?
That'd be awesome. We have a lot of fun. I get to answer a lot of questions when people come in and they say, well, I have this, and they'll take a picture of it and bring it in, and I'd be like, well, this might help, and we can go this direction, and then, I give them a couple of different options for just what their finances are, and then we go from there as to how we make that better.
So do you have a picture wall?
Not yet. I'm working on it. Okay. I want to, I'm working on it.
Nice. That would be cute. Especially with Odin on it.
Exactly.
He could be the star since he's the first
Odin is definitely a star.
I don't want to hear you bark, okay? I want to hear you bark talking about Odin. All right, that being said, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back in a flash. Stay tuned.
各位朋友，大家好. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? Yeah, let's see what really happening. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every day mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492. Special Victims Unit 662-7077. Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN, everyone. We are actually going to engage in a game of friendly rivalry not too long from now. So it's a challenge segment. And today, Julia Carter will be joining us in the game. I swear to you, I saw Linda Carter. Julia Carter will be joining us in this game, the friendly rivalry. It's the animal challenge.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we go.
Mm-hmm.
The game is called Carnivore, Herbivore, or Omnivore. Apologize for the technical difficulty. So animals are found in many different habitats and ecosystems from all four corners of the world. And while they are all different and they all have specific roles in the food chain, they all fall into one of three types of eaters: carnivores, herbivores, or omnivores. And while their diets vary, they all play an important role in keeping the ecosystems balanced. Animals that feed exclusively on meat are called carnivores, and those that eat only plants and plant-based materials are called herbivores. and those that eat both plants and meat are called omnivores. Viewers, we invite you to test your knowledge of which of the three categories of eaters the animals that appear on the screen will fall under. So have some fun with us, and it will either be a carnivore, an herbivore, or an omnivore. You guys ready to play?
Yes.
All right.
Ready to win too?
Kortensia trash talks a lot, okay?
I just love being a winner.
But we don't mind being schooled by the professionals
I know, we
up
will
here.
definitely be schooled. Yeah.
Schooled by each other is a problem.
we will see. We will see.
All right, so let's go. Let's line up the first picture. Are we supposed to take individual turns? Is that what we're supposed to do, or we just yell out? Okay, I guess we can just yell.
Omnivore.
All right, Kortensia says omnivore.
Herbivore.
I said the wrong thing. My pronunciation was off.
Herbivore.
Yeah, you said herbivore. So, Julia,
right.
you got it.
Nice.
That's what I meant. But I said something else.
All right, and we're up to the next one. Kortensia, you got that. Okay, so oh, so we're supposed to take turns. So Kortensia said it first. Julia got the bonus point. That's fine. So Julia, you go. This is your
omnivore.
Omnivore. When you know, you know.
I know. We're gonna be mean today.
All right, let's see. We gotta make our biology teacher's proud. Next picture. Let's see what we have. Oh, wait, this is mine.
Cheat.
This is. Why am I cheating? I just said let's make our teachers proud, right? There we go. I'm gonna say that this is a carnivore.
Let's see.
What is it? Uh-oh. Should have known better. Sorry, teacher.
I thought so too, because they normally want to bite up our hands and then they eat vegetation.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So they'll eat you. Got it.
Thanks.
Okay, so this is who you're up.
I still got this one. That's a herbivore. He's a vegan. He's a vegetarian. Yeah.
Okay.
Although eventually he will be eaten by an omnivore, which is us.
Did you say he will be eaten by him, or he will?
I know. Yeah. Wool.
All right, the next one up is Julius. Unless we're going to be the animals, and we got to get.
Look at this one.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Carnivore.
All right, Julia says it's a carnivore. Let's see. Omnivore.
Isn't that
Wow.
Isn't he a hyena?
You?
Yeah, I think he reminds me of the guys from Lion King, Jimmy.
Of the guys from Lion King.
Yeah, the ones that work with Scar.
The ones that work. Okay, so you have coffee with these guys.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Throw me under the bus. Exactly. I have coffee with them. I do.
Next picture is mine. Let's see if I can redeem myself here. There's some redemption needed. Let's see.
Cute.
This is an omnivore. Are you kidding?
Is it a piranha?
It's a carnivore.
But it could be a piranha.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I'm asking.
It's a carnivore.
Because he could be a cute piranha. Yeah.
Alrighty, I got it. I know nothing about biology anymore.
Wow.
Wow, this is terrible.
So, do you have any more pictures for us?
I don't know. I guess we can ask ourselves what we are. I can guess what you are. Because we're up there right now. Okay, so apparently that's it. We're going to have the scores in a second. But yeah, interesting game. I feel like I need to know more about biology, and I can definitely start, at Feed and Farm.
Yeah, so then we can get a pet, so we can go in every week or every day of the week, and then we can ask Odin to come along, because we think Odin would get along with
You
our
are
cute
obsessed with Odin. Odin has an owner. You can't get Odin, all right?
But no, we can get a pet and go in every day of the
So
week.
very quickly, Julia, remind us again of the numbers. People can reach you, Feed and Farm.
669-FARM or 3276. So it's easy to remember.
Kim Collins Highway, right there at the Sugars Complex at Needsmith. And Julia Carter and Drina Rollins is also my hired employee. We have a lot of fun together.
Alrighty, so we'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned, everyone.
Self-health management refers to the measures people take to manage their own health. You and I should remember to wash hands often with soap and water, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Take your temperature morning and evening. Watch for symptoms. Persons with diabetes or hypertension are reminded to take your medication regularly as prescribed. If you have no symptoms, you may carry out your normal routine and boost your immune system. When you are outside, avoid public spaces and wear a mask at all times. If you develop symptoms, put on a mask and seek medical care. Do not take public transportation. Inform the doctor of your travel history, any contact with confirmed or suspected cases, your occupation, and whether anyone around you has similar symptoms. If you become ill, please rest at home. Wear a mask and isolate yourself from others in your household. If you share a bathroom, disinfect daily using 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. Everyone must work together to reduce the spread of the coronavirus.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
You are watching Good Morning SKN. We have been enjoying our game thus far. How many correct answers have you gotten? Send us a comment and let us know who is going to win. Yes, truly, of course.
We know what happened the last time you did that, okay?
So as we continue, we will take a look at a few more photos.
Wait, whose turn is it now? I forgot.
I think it's Julia's.
Can we coin that?
Yeah.
Whose turn is it anyway? All right, Julia, you're up.
Gotta be an herbivore, I believe.
Wow.
No, I watched him run behind a boat yesterday. I didn't know he could run in such deep waters. On YouTube, they were taking a tour and he was just running behind the boat.
He ran behind the boat.
Swerve to get away. Yeah, he was running. And plus, I've seen him attack other animals.
This is so unfair. You realize how much homework she did for this game?
I see that.
I was just lucky.
All right, and where's the other picture? Let's go. We're continuing. There's hope for me yet. We'll see. Wow. This is an herbivore.
Look at Jamie getting one right. Oh.
Okay, finally.
Got one.
There's hope.
There you go.
There's hope.
Silver lining at the end of the cloud for you.
There goes my internship at Eden Farm, but anyway. For Dead Sea, there you go.
Oh, this man is definitely an omnivore. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got it. You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
The homework pays off.
Good job.
Now I know.
That's a fox.
Definitely an herbivore.
Yeah, she got that.
Beautiful herbivore.
Yeah. Like the deers around here.
And the answer is, drumroll, you got it.
Herbivore.
All
She
right.
got
There
it.
we go.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh. Big
Uh-huh.
guy. Mm-hmm.
He looks vaguely familiar to me. Vaguely familiar.
So what?
I would say that he is an herbivore. But no, that doesn't make any sense.
It's an omnivore.
Because of the location.
because he's in the water where he can
Arctic.
find both plants and animals.
Aha.
Yeah. Like a manatee.
Wait, look. Are
He's
we
just a bigger
omnivores? Because
cow.
it's right there. Oh, we're carnivores now. I don't know what we are.
So we are the carnivores.
That's funny. That's funny. All right. So are we in for the total or do we have some more? Let's see. We have some more.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Great.
We gotta have some more so I can win.
Gotta have some more so you can win. Do you
Yeah.
see that? Okay. Kortensia, this is yours, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna say carnivore.
Wow.
Ooh, he eats both.
Yeah.
What animal is this? I can't guess.
That's a badger.
Oh, badger.
Badger. They eat lots of berries and meats and things like that. They're scavengers.
Because I'm looking to see if the things on his back are gonna go upright. It's a thing porcupine.
No, that's a
Okay.
badger.
Okay.
He is a herbivore.
There's a rabbit.
He's a vegan.
He's a herbivore.
My uncle had rabbits, and we had a white one with red eyes, and her name was Wendy. So I love rabbits, and I think my neighbors still have rabbits.
Red eyes. Wendy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wendy.
Wendy.
Yeah.
Wow.
A oh my God. Capybara. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Carnivore. There you go. Shout out to all the primary school children who actually get these right. Get to go back.
My cousin actually wrote a book on that, and I could never pronounce. Caballero.
Wow.
Capybara.
Capybara. How it's
What did you
spelled and
say?
how it's pronounced.
Capybara.
Capybara.
Yeah.
Okay.
How it's spelled and pronounced are not the same.
Capybara.
Yeah. Yeah. Called the capybara. Capybara. Yeah. I got it?
Capybara.
Okay, I'm trying.
There you go.
Julia, your turn.
Crocodile, he would be a carnivore.
He looks mean. So, but don't let him keep you out of the water, though.
That's so stereotypical of you. You say he looks mean.
The team that gave you the first hint.
He just looks like, come in here and you see what happens. Come in here.
Man.
That's exactly what he looks like. Ooh. Thanks for the answer, omnivore.
There you go. There you go.
Jamie's friend.
Oh, really? That's a Jaws?
He's getting a pet shark.
All right, so that is a carnivore.
Straight.
Wow. There's redemption.
His teeth
There
looks
you
like
go.
paper teeth, but
They
paper
do.
teeth that hurt. My gosh.
Ooh.
Herbivore.
Julia says herbivore.
Herbivore, yes.
The vegan.
You're a nice giraffe.
And this is Yendi's spirit animal, giraffe. She said that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So says the Andy fan.
That's an omnivore.
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
If I don't get this right, then Dr. What was his last name? Dr. Eric?
Mm-hmm.
See? Remember the teeth when we were doing the quiz? Ha! That's my correlation.
You're doing your homework. You're doing your homework. I give it to you.
Thank you.
It's your homework. Julie, she's giving you a run for your money almost. Oh, is it my turn now? I guess so. All right. So I will say this is an omnivore. Wow.
Good job.
We're getting it. We're getting it.
Yeah.
There's hope.
Ooh.
Wow.
Eater. Omnivore.
Omnivore. That's what Julie says. And the answer is?
Herbivore.
Ah.
That's a tapir, right?
Tapir. Oh, okay.
I'm so glad that we didn't play Name That Animal today.
No kidding. No kidding.
So can we have the winning total that says I'm the winner?
Oh, you're such a sore winner. Yeah, the total is coming up. Drum roll in our heads. All right, we're waiting for it. I lost count, but I think I'm somewhere at 3 or so. I think you'd be around 4 or 5, maybe even 6. Julie, you're somewhere in that ballpark as well.
I was just intrigued learning, and especially pronouncing capybara.
Capybara. I can't help. I'm thinking Yogi Bear.
Capybara. Call the capybara. Yeah, that's the name of my cousin's book. A lesson in stranger
the name
danger.
of your cousin's what?
Book.
Book.
He just wrote a book for kids.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So do we have the totals?
Okay.
No, we don't. We have no totals. So if we don't have the totals, that's fine. It's officially a draw.
There we go. We can work with that today. We can definitely.
No, we know it's not a draw. Well, if it's a draw between you two.
Of course.
Definitely I'm out of the running.
The roses always win.
What would the rose be without the thorn?
I know. So you're welcome in.
I'm still hopeful that we'll have the totals. Maybe we can, say what they are later in the show.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We'll see. All right. Okay. With that being said, we have to say goodbye to you. I can't believe that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been such a pleasure to have being on the show, and I so enjoyed my morning with you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, we enjoyed spending time with you as well.
And thank you for indulging us.
Yes, come in and see Feed and Farm. We have all kinds of fun stuff, and I have some antiques on the walls that are just, you have to come in and see as well. So, yeah.
All right, you guys make sure that you do that, all right? The location, you know where it is. East Mist at the Sugars Building.
Sugars Building, right behind Michael's Burgers, Mead Smith's Complex, and we're nice big bright sign, and bring your pets. We love having animals come in and see us. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so when I'm there, I know I'll fit right in. We'll be back in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
Good afternoon, and to what do I owe the pleasure of your visit today?
Good afternoon. After finding a lump, I visited the health center to see the nurse, and she found a lump as well. Doc, do you think this is the big C? I shouldn't have cancer. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Nobody in my family has ever had cancer.
Slow down, not so fast. Not every lump of the breast is cancerous. The breast goes through a number of changes. It can be a piece of fatty tissue or some other non-cancerous lump of the breast. Either way, I'll have to examine you first to make sure.
Okay. I did not know I was supposed to examine my breast myself.
Yes, the self-breast examination is very revealing. It is the first step in diagnosis. It is important to self-examine your breasts once monthly after you've had your period. That way, you would know how your normal, healthy breasts feel and be able to detect any changes early. If any abnormality is detected, there are more defining tests such as the ultrasound and/or mammogram.
Mammogram? No, I've heard that mammogram thing hurts badly.
I'm sure that most of what you've heard about the mammograms are exaggerated encounters. Here's the referral. Take it to the facility. Before the exam begins, you will have to fill out a short pre-test questionnaire. Let the doctor know if there's a possibility of pregnancy. Leave jewelry at home and wear loose, comfortable clothing. Don't wear deodorant, talcum powder, or lotion under your arms or on your breasts, as these may appear on the mammogram and interfere with correct diagnosis. During the exam, each breast is compressed horizontally between two plates for imaging, and then diagonally for further imaging as needed. So how was the experience?
It's not what I expected. My teenage sister found a lump in her breast. Should she get a mammogram too?
All lumps of the breast and changes should be investigated. A mammogram is recommended once a year for every woman aged 40 and over, even younger if there's a family history.
OMG, women have to endure a lot.
Men have to check their breasts too.
Yeah?
Yes, some men do get breast cancer too. So remember, get checked today. Early detection saves lives.
welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Throughout February, we have had the pleasure of highlighting the notable achievements and impact of Black personalities on an international scale. Unfortunately, today, this brings us to the end of the month-long celebration. We take this opportunity to present you with an overview of the history and origins of Black History Month.
First, we begin by establishing the essence of Black History Month. Black History Month is an annual celebration of the women and men in the African diaspora who have made significant contributions to the America and the rest of the world in fields of science, politics, law, sports, the arts, entertainment, and many other fields. And if you didn't know, the theme for this year's celebration was Black Wellness and Health, which explored the legacy of Black scholars and medical practitioners.
The precursor of Black History Month was Negro History Week, which was the brainchild of Carter G. Woodson, a historian who pioneered the field of African American studies in the early 20th century. In 1915, Carter G. Woodson, along with four others, founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, or the ASNLH. This organization, of which Carter was the president, was later renamed the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, the ASALH.
The ASNLH was prompted by the lack of information on the accomplishments of Black people available to the public. On this, Woodson stated, quote, "If a race has no history, it has no worthwhile tradition. It becomes a negligible factor in the thought of the world, and it stands in the danger of being exterminated," end quote.
In 1926, C.G. Woodson and the ASNLH announced Negro History Week. They chose the second week of February because it coincided with the birthdays of two prominent figures in the course of African American history, one being the former U.S. President Abraham Lincoln, born on 12th February, who issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. The other was Frederick Douglass, whose birthday is celebrated on the 14th of February, though his exact date of birth was not recorded. Douglass was a former slave and prominent leader in the abolitionist movement.
Black History Month, however, was officially established and celebrated by the students, faculty, and administration at Kent State University in February 1970. It wasn't until 1976 that the U.S. President, Gerald Ford, declared February would be nationally observed as Black History Month. Ford, on the 10th of February of that same year, urged Americans to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history.
Now, all around the world, Black History Month offers an opportunity for not just the African diaspora, but the world at large to consider the influence that Black icons have had on the course of world history. Though today brings us to the end of this month-long celebration, we encourage you to continue the study and commemoration of prominent Black figures all around the world.
Thank you. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might broke up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. I am in need of a trampoline because it's actually time to loosen up. So maybe tomorrow, Kortensia, you can bring one and we jump up and down. But that's another segment, isn't it? Not loosen up, jump up and down. So we've just discussed how Black History Month came into being in the U.S. and from there, many countries around the world, including St. Kitts and Nevis, have done likewise. Now for a lighter subject. Our discussion today will revolve around, I love it, the traditional character of the Tooth Fairy, among others, and their impact on children and society at large. Ooh, the Tooth Fairy.
No, I didn't even know a Tooth Fairy exists until in my teenage years. So no, I don't believe in the Tooth Fairy.
Oh.
Because it never brought me anything.
The Tooth Fairy never brought you anything?
No, it just took all my teeth for free.
Well, here's what happened. It took all your teeth for free. That's interesting. So we have an APB out on the Tooth Fairy here. You know, we're going to collect some debt.
Bring me back my teeth.
Bring you back your teeth. That's your story. My story was the fact that when I was about, how old was I? Maybe about 8 or 9. I had a tooth that had fallen out. And one of the weird times that it actually fell out because I had to go pull them out. But yeah, it fell out. And I said, you know what? I'm going to put it under my pillow. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm probably going to get like $5 or something. Or perhaps it was around the time when we still had the paper dollar bills. So a dollar would have sufficed. I went to sleep. I got up. I kept checking. And unfortunately, the Tooth Fairy didn't show. So I don't know if she was over at your house trying to convince you that she existed at the time. But
no, we need the CIA to find her.
At least she didn't take my tooth. So she left my tooth and she didn't give me any money for it. So there you go. That's the Tooth Fairy.
Oh my God.
And we're moving on to talk about other childhood figures. I tell you, wow.
Do you believe in Santa
Claus? Do I believe in Santa Claus? I believe in Saint Nick. Do I believe?
I always wondered, right? We were taught to believe that we had to have a chimney for Santa to come down.
Oh, you're speaking my language.
So, you know, when we didn't get gifts, we couldn't blame Santa because we thought our house wasn't built according to the specifications that Santa needed. And I also wondered if he walked with if maybe one of his reindeers had a side bag full of petroleum jelly, because I always wonder how he could fit down the chimney, you know that, right?
You wondered how Santa fit down the chimney. To your first point, I was like, yeah, we don't have chimneys, and Santa's flying all over the world dropping gifts. This is great. I don't know how he's going to get into the house. The other thing is that I was like, but how on earth is Santa going to be wearing his snowsuit in the tropics? Isn't Santa going to,
Then maybe in the tropics he shrunk down to get into the chimney, so he didn't need the jelly then.
You like a lot of nonsense. You realize that there was like a tropical Santa? You ever saw it? I mean, when I was shopping recently, there was like a tropical type Santa. He's wearing a short sleeves, he's wearing this tropical vibe shirt, short pants, and he's actually dancing. So I suppose that we have Santas that represent different areas. I just didn't understand why Santa had to be.
Have you ever wondered how our Santa would look though?
That was my point. I was actually going to say I don't understand how we never considered that Santa would actually be black. Because we just got off of Black History Month here, and we're talking all about Santa Claus. No offense. Thank you for bringing joy to children everywhere. Thank you for bringing joy to children everywhere.
Oh my God.
This is so funny. And we're going to talk about the
Easter Bunny?
Considering the bunny that we just saw.
Oh my God.
Did you believe in the Easter Bunny and Easter eggs and that whole vibe?
Everything happened when I was grown, so no. I'm taught to be the party pooper of these things. But maybe when I get a kid, I'll understand how to keep it quiet and down low and make them really believe in stuff like that. But then
sorry if I seem pessimistic. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh.
So you see how yeah.
This is funny because the Easter Bunny, you know what my Easter consisted of? Church, saltfish, dumpling, conky, Easter Bunny, not so much.
Harvest.
I'm just saying.
My Easter back in my young days was harvest time.
Harvest time.
Yeah. You believe in leprechauns?
Oh, leprechauns. I love the leprechauns. I love the leprechauns when it comes to the cereal. I forgot the name of that cereal, but yeah.
Charms.
Oh, Lucky Charms.
Oh my God.
Can I do it in an Irish accent?
Delicious.
I really want to try my Irish accent out here. The only thing I know how to say in Irish with an Irish accent is it.
What is that?
Kidding.
It?
I'm
That is
kidding.
it?
That's the number 8. Anyway.
Oh, 8.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Okay. Do you think my Irish is good, guys? We're working on it. We'll work on it. All right. Yeah, leprechauns. Always fascinated by the fact that they were green. And I would, for a very long time, and I still joke about it today, when I see a rainbow, I literally want to trace the end of the rainbow to see if there's a pot of gold.
I just thought that, but
So far, I haven't found it.
maybe I should find some friends in Ireland and ask them if they ever found a pot of gold. Yeah.
A pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Well, yeah, I'll work on my Irish.
You believe in the boogeyman?
Do I believe in the boogeyman? Wow. This just gets more interesting, doesn't it, by the second?
Ooh.
The boogeyman's coming to get you. Ooh, there he is. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I don't believe in the boogeyman, but I'll tell you this much. Well, do you believe in the boogeyman, first of all?
No.
You don't believe in the boogeyman?
That's why I said because I was growing
Ah,
up.
you had no childhood, Kortensia. No make-believe childhood. You had a real childhood.
My make-believe childhood was making mud food with green leaves and think I'm cooking. Yeah, that was my childhood.
Listen, I'm going to set this up here. I don't even know if I can say this in a morning show, but I'm going to say it anyway. Imagine reading the most horrific detail that you can of something that occurred way along, like in 1940. You won't know if I believe in the boogeyman. He's supposed to be a scary scary figure. I literally just finished reading
The boogeyman?
a particular case, right, of this guy.
Okay. And he was the boogeyman?
Let's say that his name is Kortensia. I literally just said out of my mouth, oh, Kortensia was so crazy. My jaw started to shake, and for a split second, I jumped. I was like, I thought the guy was coming to get me. I said it. I was not in St. Kitts. I was literally looking at my front door, and I'm like, oh, this guy's a nut job. So boogeyman, no. Bratty, maybe. Fairies.
Tinkerbell? No.
Do you really think that I believe in fairies? No. Sorry.
No fairies.
No fairies.
No.
Well, who else do we have, really? Because if we're talking about childhood characters who make believe things, the unicorns, but they're so rare that they don't exist. Right?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Oh, yeah. You know what I believe in? Care Bears. Alrighty, Care Bears. I believe in Care Bears.
Oh, I used to watch that. That was a good little cartoon for me because it actually made you warm and stuff inside, and you actually thought that when we got the Care Bears, we expected to see the beam come out, but it didn't. It just lit up.
Yeah, I believe in Care Bears. If you guys don't know who Care Bears are, you're missing half your life. All right, so go check Care Bears out.
Beastly and Shrieky and...
I don't even remember their names. All I remember is that I had a friend in school, and we used to call her Care Bear. To this day, hey Care Bear, you watching? To this day, we call her Care Bear. All right, partly because of her name. So yeah.
So now, as an adult, what is your opinion of all these characters that we just spoke on?
Oh, well, put it this way. Every time I have a bowl of honey or I see honey, I think of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
love the character. Love the character.
Piglet.
Pooh and Paddington too.
Tigger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that they make childhood fun for children. Mm-hmm. I think that something to look for, I guess.
Yeah, until they get old and be like, Auntie, that ain't real or not.
Hey, I don't know, hey, we'll see. My favorite character today, well, he's not a figment of the imagination, would be Turkey Killer. That being said, so he's actually real. There you go.
My favorite character for today gotta be somebody from Marvel. Can you guess?
I don't.
You don't know Marvelverse?
Listen, I watch these things when I have time. Aquaman, maybe. No? Who is it?
Robert Downey Jr. I love me some Iron Man.
Oh, really?
My next favorite character person would be Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
I just love, my favorite line from one of the movies when they shot the man up back. Make a note of that, man. Spray free.
Oh.
Yeah, make a note of that, man. Spray free. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I love me some Pirates of the Caribbean and all the Avengers. I just finished watching Eternals actually night before last.
Wow, you got time, Kortensia.
Yeah.
You got time.
I love those movies.
Question is, okay, so those are obviously, I guess, modern day fairies or Santas or whatever, because things change with time. But should we continue to teach the youth about the other characters, the leprechauns, the fairies, the Thumbelinas, as fairies, whatever you say?
Maybe we should.
Santa Claus?
We should, and then you know what we should do one of these days?
What?
Actually have a leprechaun hunt where we make our own rainbows and put a pot of gold at the end, but a pot of gold is a pot of chocolate candies wrapped in gold paper. Your parents will get us because they'll say we're oversleeping their kids and we're sending them back to them, but we could have something like that, the pot of gold hunt.
Do you guys want to do a pot of gold hunt? Because guess what? We're going to go to break soon enough and I'm going to be seeing green anyway, so I'm going to be looking for the pot of gold and quote unquote a green room, right? So let's hunt. So we can actually have that hunt here.
Yeah.
We're giving the guys in the office enough time to actually put something here for us to
Yeah,
find.
exactly. Get the rainbows ready.
The doors are opening up. Let's go. All right, we're going to bring it in.
We can actually do a rainbow with a pot of gold and a cake at the other end because it's one of our producers' birthday. It's Khalik's birthday today.
He's not even hearing
Happy
you.
birthday.
Oh, he's hearing you now. Happy birthday, Khalik.
Yeah, so we'll have pot of gold,
By the way,
cake,
our gift is at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah, so you gotta find the rainbow.
All right, that being said.
Stick and stay. We will be right back after this short commercial break.
I'm here to say kids, Nevis, with the name for us I represent for the Ministry of Health. Yeah. Respect the COVID protocols. In a time like this, all for one for all. St. Kitts Nevis. Don't forget your mask. Wear it everywhere you go. Sanitize before and after everything you do. Cause you never know what's on the surface of the places you go. Maintain a safe social distance between me and you. Keep calm and stay focused. Don't be a fool, seek the facts first. And boost your immune system up. Don't wanna lose no more of us. Mask up, sanitize. Observe the protocols all about. Be wise. Mask up, roll out. Sanitize. Me family fitting boat. And you. Blessed love and greetings. This is Infamous, and I am here to encourage every Kittitian and Nivision to remember that we have our part to play in the fight against COVID-19. So sanitize, wear your face mask, practice social distancing, and go and get vaccinated. For me no know about you, but me love think it's bad. Easy no man.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care of yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Good morning, this is Carol from Lux Carnival, and I listen to Good Morning SKN.
As early as episode 4 here on Good Morning SKN, we have been mentioning Paint and Party SKN events hosted by Miss Sue at Michael's Burgers. Miss Sue is officially Sue Woodard, and 6 years ago she decided to share her creativity by means of teaching others how to paint, which she described as a shared, joyful, and empowering experience. The events hosted by Miss Sue include Paint Your Pet and paint parties in general. Patrons are guided step by step to create paintings that they're sure to be proud of. Today we have the pleasure of welcoming Miss Sue to Good Morning SKN's Expression.
Thank you.
Good
Great to be here. So you guys are going to complete a painting. Are you excited? So you have a large brush. We're going to dip it in the water. We're going to pick up some blue paint. Kind of stir the water into your paint, loosen up your paint, and we're going to start below the line on your board and just go back and forth and get that covered. I don't know if I'm trying to show you guys what I'm doing that
you can do it right
in the studio with us, but yeah, I don't know.
We'll
Tell
show them
me
after.
which way is best, and I'll try to do that.
So just back and forth.
So yeah, back and forth and get that area covered.
Yeah, I gotta make sure my Picasito skills are on point.
Yeah, she says she's Picasso, you know, so this is like a standing competition with this.
Okay, and then once you have that, we're gonna come up here to the top, and I'll bring it back down. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be in two places at once. We're going to come to the top up here, and we're just going to cover the corners and a line across.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got some black in there. That's exciting. Let me show you this magic trick. If you get paint where you don't want it, you can just wash it right off. Because this is acrylic. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah,
Jamie,
we'll
wash,
fix that right
see,
up.
That's great.
swim.
Thank you, Monsieur.
You're welcome.
So is there a specific technique that you'll be using with us today? Other than showing me how to erase what I don't want there?
Well, we will be doing some blending. And because we're completing an entire painting this quickly, I brought some stencils. So we're going to actually use some stencils to speed up the process in the end. So, so we got the blue water. We got the blue up at the top, right? Now we're going to come with a mixture of the pink and white. And you want a fairly light colored pink, kind of, yeah.
Yep, I see it.
And we're going to come back over, and don't get too far over the blue because you'll end up making a purple, which is not bad. I mean, you know, purple's kind of a nice sky color, but...
So, Miss Sue, how did you get paint and party started?
I had been painting on the beach with some friends. And it was actually on South Friars Beach.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where blending comes in. You're going to actually go right over that beach. And you start to get a little bit more of a blend. And less is more with your paint, so don't get real crazy with it.
Okay.
Now you tell me.
I know.
So you said it started on...
So, yeah, I was painting with people on the beach, and the tourists kept coming by saying, oh, this is the life. I wish I could do this. And so I thought, well, might be good to start some sort of a painting class. And so I started investigating it. And a friend of mine came to me and said, oh, that's a thing in UK. And so I didn't realize. So I kind of looked into what they were doing.
And you are here now doing this with us.
Yeah.
We're going to take a brief break, but we'll be back in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Okay.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are continuing our painting with Miss Sue and having fun, putting our creativity on canvas.
Right along
Miss Sue,
here.
what's next?
So you got your darker pink on yours. Now you're going to take some of the white paint. Be sure your brush is clean. And towards the center of the canvas, you're going to make an area of white.
This is so much fun.
So, Miss Sue, tell us about the services that you offer.
So, yeah, I do Paint Your Pet every Wednesday at Michael's at 6 p.m. or 5 p.m., I'm sorry. For Paint Your Pet, I take their pictures in advance of the event and I draw them on the canvas, and then they come in and paint their pet. It's kind of a paint by number format where each little section has a color abbreviation so that it's pretty self-explanatory. So you've got a really nice white area. Now we're gonna soften the edges, and I tend to use my finger for blending quite a bit because it's just faster, easier. So we're gonna just come around and soften that white edge. And then I'm also, and you can add a little more blue up here. Yeah. I'm also, on Thursday evenings, I'm at the Royal St. Kitts doing a regular paint and sip. And this week we'll be doing sort of a palm tree beach scene. And then I've started at Coconut Grove on Zenway Boulevard, and I'm doing paint parties there on Saturdays. So, yeah, that's looking good. You're good. So now we're going to make a reflection in the water. So I'm using the smaller brush. So you want to switch to this one, right? And we're going to go back and forth in the center of the board and just add a white reflection. And it's kind of a back and forth. The paint is pretty wet, so you're not going to get...
So, Miss Sue, do I have to bring my own art supplies to the
No. I provide everything, and you walk home with a masterpiece.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. We're going to see today.
So, yeah, I always tell people we drink creatively.
So, are you a self-taught artist, or this is something that
I always enjoyed art, and then in my 20s, I took commercial art in college. Okay. And I've continued to study with people online and in person and improve my skills. And I paint a lot. I really do.
Wow.
Okay, so you're keeping that kind of towards, that looks good. I think you could add in the white, just kind of soften these little areas right there. Yeah.
Jamie, maybe you can draw yourself swimming.
Draw myself swimming. You're so funny.
Oh, gosh.
She knows I can't swim.
Why not? You live in a paradise for swimming.
I do.
So, Miss Sue, what does art mean to you? I know it's therapy for some people, but what does it mean to you?
Yeah, it really is. It's sort of a meditation.
Okay.
Like when I'm painting for myself at home, it really is. And I find a lot of people don't think they have talent, and by starting simple and doing these paint parties, they gain some confidence in their skills.
Exactly.
They learn a few new skills, and then I have a couple of ladies that started with me. They probably did about 10 classes, and since then, they've produced probably near 30 paintings each, and they're just amazing, and they love it. I mean, they're like, thank you for doing this.
I want to thank you right now because this is incredible.
Yeah, Jamie's looking like Picasito over there.
I've already been a fan calling your name so many times every day, but you're actually here and you're teaching. This is great, Mr.
So now we're going to take some of the black paint, and we're just going to go along the bottom. We're going to do flat in the center and a little bit of a curve up on each end.
Alrighty. You're such a great teacher, too.
Aww.
Miss Sue, can you let the entire SKN, the St. Kitts and Nevis, know how they can book a session with you?
You can find me on Facebook. That's the easiest way. And I change up the painting each week, so you'd be able to see what we're going to be painting. It's Paint and Party SKN on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, and that is Paint Party SKN. Took out the and. Or I also go by Paint with Miss Sue, so you can find it that way as well. And now that you have that black area at the bottom, this is where we're gonna actually cheat a little bit.
I won't say anything if you don't.
I'll show you how this goes. And the paint is really wet. It would be nicer if it were a little drier, but we're gonna now switch to this brush. I'm gonna use some of yours just cause.
Can I do it like this?
So we're gonna go just like this with the sponge, okay? And it would be nice if this had color so you could actually see the cutout better, but I don't think it's gonna work real well having it up there, but you can try it.
Okay, I'll try.
Try it.
We'll see.
And hopefully, you probably need to hold the stencil. Yeah.
Is there one I can have?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you this one. I was just kind of demonstrating.
Okay.
And here you are.
So I can put mine on this. My tree on this side?
Yep. Just be sure you're planting it in the ground, not the water. Move it down just a little. Yep.
I want my tree to swim.
Okay. Why not?
We'll see if this
Miss Sue, I noticed that you said your pet sessions are personalized and can be very moving. Why would you say that?
And I'm sorry, say again?
Your pet sessions, you said they're personalized and very moving. Why would you refer to them as
I think
such?
because a lot of times people have lost a pet and it's a lasting memory of a pet they loved. I've had some people, and it depends what music comes on too, it's like, I'll always love you, and then tears start.
Yeah, you are so right.
I'll always love my Scooby-Doo too because he died. He got knocked down. That was it, yeah.
We're sorry. Maybe we should have been painting your pet today.
Paint your pet is kind of a long session though. It typically lasts about 4 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot of detail. And so that does take more time. You can put a next palm tree on there if you wanted to.
Okay, that's great.
Just saying.
Thank you. I love your energy, Miss Sue. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Side. Oh, Miss Sue, I can't tell you how elated I am.
Oh my
to be
God.
painting with you.
So let's just soften this line up a little bit.
Guys, Miss Sue is such a great teacher. I know that you're jealous. But you know what? You don't really
I
have to
find
be.
Miss Sue is helping Jamie a lot, so Jamie's gonna have a picacito on me today. But don't worry, I got this.
It's looking really good.
I know.
Miss Sue, you're a great teacher. You're so patient.
You are indeed.
This is so much fun.
Thank you.
I love your energy. So then I see why it can be therapeutic and relaxing for those that come to paint with you.
And I think, it really does. If somebody is willing to make the leap and come and do a painting, it gives them confidence to try other things as well. It's like, I never thought I could paint, but I can. It looks good. I can hang it on my wall. And then it's like, oh, well, what else can I do?
Exactly.
Exactly. That's great, Miss Sue. And if you can turn someone like me into an artist, I tell you, there's hope for all of you out there who don't think that you're talented in this way.
Jamie.
I know you guys have done amazing.
My palm tree says party. Your palm tree says
shade.
I left it up to you. Perfect. Look at that.
Okay. Can I just put this in here?
Sure.
Okay, great.
let's just take a little bit of this paper towel and tip it and
Oh,
get your...
yes, the correction method. Guys, Miss Sue is excellent at making sure that my mistakes don't show.
So make sure you
All
book
right?
her for your next paint and sip party.
And I do private parties as well for adults and children.
Oh, that's great. So remind us where we can, again, book you. Obviously, you're here on Good Morning SKN, so thank you for booking Miss Sue for us, guys.
Yeah.
But for anyone else who wants to book Miss Sue, can you remind us where they can do that?
So yeah, go to my Facebook page and it's Paint and Party SKN and message me. You'll be able to see what paintings I'm doing that week because I'm doing different paintings at each place that I am. So I'm at the Royal St. Kitts on Thursdays at 6. I'm at Coconut Grove on Saturdays at 6. And I didn't get my second palm tree, but yeah, we can show.
Oh, now it's time.
Yeah, here we go.
Just take your time. Artist takes her time.
Wow.
Yay! No, here, I'll hold it higher so that the easel's not in the way. There we go.
Oh, this is great. I love yours, Miss.
Good job,
The colors all look a
guys.
little different.
Yeah.
Really great.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things about art. You know, it's not cookie cutter stamp. It's
No, exactly.
Your own personality comes through, and your skills and personality make it unique to you.
Yeah.
And that's really a cool thing.
It is. Absolutely so.
Jamie's, your palm tree's getting some serious wind, dude.
The shade, Kortensia, the shade.
Some serious wind. Look at the leaves.
Hashtag shade. So do you see what I have to put up with? I'm so glad that you're here to buffer me today. All right.
Well, she keeps you on your toes.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. All right, so we are going to take a short break, but we'll be back in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned. Thank you for coming, Miss Sue.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was
you guys
a pleasure.
did great.
Thank you.
Bless up, Dejo here, and I'm doing my part in the fight against COVID-19 by following all safety protocols and most importantly, rolling up my sleeve for the vaccine. So I'm encouraging you to do the same because that's our best shot of protecting ourselves, our family, and our friends. So don't wait, vaccinate. Let's roll up to roll out.
Yeah. I know we can make it. It's only just a phase. Once we're vaccinated, and everybody gonna be safe. Everybody gonna be one kind, yeah. One people. We are roll up to roll out, yeah. 'Cause no man's alone. Do what's right, alright. 'Cause I love you, brother, my sister. And we're in this together, my sister, my brother. I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much. I think it's better for us, yeah, yeah. It's better for us. Hey, I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much, yeah, yeah. It's better for us. Tell your mommy to roll up to roll out.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday. You like him? No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though. Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked, I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? Yeah, let's see what real happening. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every day mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
This brings us to the final segment of today's show. Do you believe it, Kortensia? Do you believe it? Alrighty, this is where we usually let you know what's happening. But today we're going to let you know what happens because we've had quite an eventful weekend. So this is what has happened.
Yep.
Alrighty. First on that list, Kortensia.
Well, last Friday, February 25th, 2022, Audrey Bolanos and the Ross University Scuba Club held a beach fest at Spice Mill. They invited patrons to come out, have fun, and lime away. The event was a cash-only event, so if you had a card. The event was a fundraiser initiative to support the St. Kitts Yacht Club, who make it their goal to get youth and adults, regardless of socio-economic background, into the waters through sailing and swimming classes. There was a volleyball tournament with a 6x6 team.
Oh, that's great.
So, do you think Lemuel was part of the volleyball team?
And you guys at home don't know who we're talking about, but you'll have to search our social media page to figure out. I guess we can play this as a game. Where's Lemuel? Can you identify him, right? All right, there you go.
So, Jimmy, have you ever been scuba diving?
Have I ever been scuba diving? Now, I don't know what it is with you, me, and water. You heard me, guys. Kortensia has literally heard me say, I don't swim. Which means that, you know, that space between the air and the water, I definitely don't do. And now she wants to know if I scuba dive. Are you trying to drown me?
But no, you know.
No, you know? Oh, let's go.
Wait. You can actually use the little floaties, the foamy floaties. You put them around under your arm. They keep you up. You can do a life jacket. So first, I think we should get you snorkeling. Because you can use the life jacket and the floaty and we snorkel. And you don't need to know how to swim to do that part.
Do I sound convinced?
We should go.
Well, it's a great initiative. I like it. I mean, the idea of doing that, yeah.
No, I never scuba dive. I snorkel.
You snorkel? Okay.
Yeah.
Like the snorks. All right. Snorkel like the snorks. You guys are going to get this later.
Last time I went to the beach, not since I heard of the sharks. So it's probably been almost 2 years.
Wow. You let the sharks scare you from the beach, Kortensia?
Listen, that's their habitat. Mine is on land. I will let the sharks scare me.
This from the person who asked me if I scuba dive, guys. Noted. All right. All right. So second on the list is yoga and stress management workshop. Oh, this is so cool. Thrive, a wellness program for the Ross University. You see what's going on here? I'm getting tongue-tied because I'm saying veterinary and university, so it automatically becomes university. Just so you know.
Look at you.
All right, so the program for the Ross University veterinary community held a yoga and stress management workshop at Turtle Beach at the Anahata Soul Center. There we go. Natalia Esposito was the host of this yoga and heart-brain conference workshop for stress management. I love that, heart-brain yoga. Yeah. The teaching was taken from HeartMath, which helps its users to tap into the power and intelligence of their heart, which is considered to be your heart's intuition, the intelligence of the heart. I'm learning so much. Yeah. Knowing that this awakens you to the best version of yourself by just doing that, right? So, what's your opinion on yoga, rather? Have you even tried it? Favorite way to meditate?
I have. It's fairly nice. It's harder than it looks. So when we think, we get in this pose and stay in this pose, you can get in that pose, you can either fall that way forward or that.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how that factors in with your kicking.
And check this out. They did it at Turtle Beach. No, but did you see the coordination like slow?
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah, guys, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be slow like turtles. We're gonna ease down. We're gonna get to the ground, and we're gonna do some yoga moves.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Kortensia is gonna start this right now. All right. So in addition to that,
have you tried yoga? Have you ever meditated?
Have I ever meditated? I meditate every day. You guys know that. We come here and we do breathing exercises. Here we go, and we inhale and exhale.
And exhale. Yeah.
And I close my eyes too.
So no to the yoga, but yes to meditation.
Yes to meditation. Well, okay, I don't go meditation crazy I don't want to say crazy, but I mean I don't go to the full extent of it. Like, I don't do that.
Okay, so we need to try yoga together.
You need to try me with Yeah. Can you imagine that? Can I say home when we go home? Okay, just saying. Ignore me, but not you guys. In addition to that, so in addition to what we've just said to you, we'd like to showcase another one of the sunrise photos. Oh, this is so cool. Sent to us by our previous guest, Francis Wharton from Plantastique Cuisine. I remember Francis. I remember Plantastique Cuisine. And it was so nice that you sent a photo. So thank you, Francis. Yeah. We'd like to see that photo. So can you guys, let's see what that photo is. Can't wait to see it. Wow. And thank you, Francis. You're such a great guest to have on the show. Aww. And she continues to watch. And that we so appreciate that. You and all of you guys at Plantastique Cuisine. That's great. That's at the, you see that where the Caribbean Sea meets the Atlantic Ocean, one on either side. That's at the top of Timothy Hill. Yeah. I think it is when you're looking over
over to the Southeast Peninsula. And there's Nevis in the background. She managed to catch all of that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Neva's nice. Sink is the spice. Look at Sink is looking spicy. Like, yeah, look like cayenne pepper sprinkle along
You're
with
something else, you
the
know.
sun. Look.
This is great. Thank you,
Yeah,
Francis.
this is lovely.
incredible. I love it. And anywhere you go in the world, there's no other shot like that. I'm sure that that's our signature. You see that anywhere.
Yeah.
And you know that
No
it's
other
a
shot like the
shot of
spicy
St.
island.
Kitts Nevis. Exactly. It's great. So, at this point, we got some invitations for our
We are
viewers,
still
don't we?
asking for the sunset. Send us some more sunset pictures, and I still want to know what's in your cup. It stays in your cup, but I still need to know what's in your cup. We have
you're not giving that up, are you?
pictures yet.
You're not giving that up, are you? Okay, so here's what.
They say keep pushing until you get through.
You guys got a camera here after the show. Why don't we just take a picture of the cup and then we put it up and then we tell that somebody else into it? Can we do that?
That's cheating. And I know.
Well, it's not cheating if you know, right? Because we're not going to tell you where we got it. We're just going to say, oh, this person sent it in. We're going to make up a nice name, too. We're going to call it Kangaroo. That being said, right? Yes, so we want to invite all of you to let us know what's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you know what's happening, if you know of events, things that are going on, you know, whatever it is, you're part of an organization, or perhaps you're actually, you know, friends with the people who are throwing events, let us know. Send it to us via, of course. We're going to use the email address. Is that all right to do? Is that the info one? So it's info@studio327inc.com. You can send your submissions there.
Yeah. So Jamie, what did you think about today's show?
Oh, I loved it. I literally was roaming with the animals today.
Yeah.
Up until I got to not painting my pet with Miss Sue, but painting the horizon with Miss Sue.
Well, we got close to the person that paints the pets.
Oh yeah,
So
that was great.
so it was an entire animal day.
Yeah, it was.
And I can't wait to meet Odin.
Didn't farm. You're gonna meet Odin, or you're gonna steal
I'm
Odin?
gonna meet Odin.
You're gonna steal Odin. Odin is that little dog that
No,
goes
you
to
want
feed
me
and
to get
farm
it.
that you want to take from its owner because you hear that he's so lovable.
Yeah.
All
Odin.
right.
Such a Greek. He is a Greek dog.
It's a great dog.
Greek.
I understand. Oh, Greek dog.
Yeah, because it's Odin and Poseidon and everybody's. Oh,
look
he
at
has
you.
a brother.
Look at you.
Yeah.
All right. Look at you. I swear to you, if you weren't married, I would say that you were checking out the brother. Honestly, and I'm like, you wonder if you hear those lines, right? Like, oh boy, you're so great. Do you have a brother? You know, does he have a brother? I swear to you. But I know otherwise. All right. So yeah, there you go.
Oh, my
So
word.
yeah, we're always laughing here, and we smile even more when we know that you guys are following
Jamie
us.
is a jokester, believe it or not.
I don't know if you
Looks
guys
are
believe that or not.
deceiving.
I don't know if you guys believe
Looks
that.
are
Don't believe that.
deceiving.
Don't believe everything that you hear. All right, so we really want to thank you for joining us. You put smiles
We
on our
do.
faces when you do, when you let us know that you are following us on our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. We are there at Studio 327 Inc. So we want you to like, we want you to subscribe,
To get
we
more
want you to
content.
follow us, and we want you to do even more, don't we, Kortensia?
Yep. We want you to leave us a comment. Tell us what topics and guests you'd like to see next. Can't believe it's that time.
Oh yeah, it goes fast when you're having fun.
Yeah.
But the good news is that this is not bye permanently, because we'll be back
Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on Good Morning SKN. See you guys
Bye, guys.
then.